Dear students, how are you? Today in our lecture number second, standard 11, chapter chemical bonding for NEET and JEE, and lecture number second. Okay. In the last lecture, we discussed some basic concept for NEET and JEE. Here in second lecture, we will discuss some another basic concept which are most important for NEET and JEE. Many questions asked. We are talking about covalent compounds and property we discussed. Last property was discussed in the last lecture. It was conductivity. Yes, now we are in second property is the solubility. Generally, polar compounds dissolves into polar solvents due to attraction between them. Polar compound easily dissolves into polar solvents. NaCl easily dissolves into water because sodium chloride is polar compound. Our solvent water is polar. So negative ion attracts toward positive part of the water and positive ion attracts toward the negative part of the water, means oxygen. So it has a great attraction toward each other. So NaCl easily dissolves. Where non-polar compounds are easily dissolves into non-polar compounds. I am giving you example benzene, carbon tetrachloride. Both are non-polar by nature. Here polarity is 0. Overall polarity is 0. Actually carbon chlorine is bond polar, but by vector it is cut by each other. So polarity is 0. CCl4 in benzene, yes, naphthalene easily dissolves, but naphthalene does not dissolve into water because naphthalene is non-polar and benzene is also non-polar. So non-polar having van der Waals attraction. Due to van der Waals attraction, naphthalene dissolves into benzene. But benzene and water, when we mix up, so it never mix in each other. Because of water is polar, benzene is non-polar. Now isomerism. Covalent compound directional. Bond of covalent is strong and it is directional, means a vector. So it possesses isomerism, where ionic compound never gives isomers because of non-vector, non-directional nature of the bond. Yes, nature of the bond is non-vector, non-directional. So it never possesses isomerism. You can see actually in ionic compound what happens actually. There is a electrostatic attraction. Sodium having positive charge, chloride having negative charge. One Na plus ion is surrounded by 6 Cl minus ion, and one Cl minus ion is surrounded by 6 Na plus ion. So it has no directional. Every direction attracts due to opposite Coulombic charge. So it is a non-vector. So it never gives isomerism. Ionic compound never gives isomerism, where covalent compounds like hydrocarbon, where bond is covalent, but methane, ethane and propane never gives isomerism. But when we take butane, CH3, 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 CH2, CH2, CH3, this is normal butane, and isobutane, normal butane and isobutane. So this gives due to directional nature. So covalent bonds are directional, it gives isomerism. Now one more thing, ionic reaction are very fast, where covalent compounds reactions are very slow. I am giving you example of strong acid and strong base. Here bond breaks in aqueous solution, so it gives ions. So opposite ion connect with each other and gives a compound. So it completes in 10 raised to minus 9 seconds, very fast. When we take up chlorination of methane, here what happens actually? Here covalent bond breaks between carbon-carbon and chlorine-chlorine, and new bond will be formed there. So here process occurs of here decomposition, breaking of the bond and formation of the bond. So covalent compounds reactions are very slow due to breaking of covalent bond and formation of the covalent bond. It will be slow. Yes sir. Slower one. Covalent compounds possesses very slow reactions, where ionic compounds possesses very fast. Understood? And completes in 10 raised to minus 9 seconds. Ionic compounds. Now we are going to another point. Listen. Out of 4 atomic orbitals, out of 4, S is a spherical by nature, P is dumbbell, D is double dumbbell, where F is irregular in shape. S is everywhere around the nucleus at same radius. So it is a non vector, non-directional orbital where P, D and P are three in particular direction, Px, Py and Pz. D are phi, Dxy, Yz, Zx, all the five are lying down on the phi planes. F are 7 in 7 direction which is lying down. So all the three P, D and F are vectors, means directional. Understood? And when orbitals are overlapped to each other, it forms a covalent bond. Overlapping of the orbitals of different atoms forms a bond, covalent bond. And overlapping whenever high, so bond overlapping high, so bond should be strong. Overlapping is low, then bond should be weak. Yes. Here P, D and F are directional. So maximum overlapping occurs. So bonds should be strong. Where S is a non-directional. So overlapping is less and bond should be weak. Understood? Now come to the point next. When SS overlaps with each other, then SP overlapping is more, and overlapping of 2P is more than SP. S is non-vector, another S is non-vector. Both non-vectors overlaps with each other. એના કરતા એક ડિરેક્શનલ છે ને એક નોન ડિરેક્શનલ, સો ઓવરલેપિંગ વિલ બી મોર. એટલે એસએસના ઓવરલેપિંગથી બનતા બોન્ડ કરતાં એસપીમાં મોર સ્ટ્રોંગ હોય. વેર પીપી ઓવરલેપ્સ, સો ઇટ શુડ બી મોર strong bond occurs. SS both are non-directional. SP overlapping means one is directional, another is non-directional. Whenever both are P, so both are vector directional, so overlapping should be high in the case of theta. And now overlapping occurs in the same axis. Yes, when two PZ are coming for overlapping, if overlapping occurs on the same axis, so bond will be strong. Yes, if two orbitals Px and Px are coming to each other, but overlapping is parallel and perpendicular to the same axis, so bond should be weak. Overlapping here is on the axis, imaginary line which is passed throughout the two nucleus, So this one should be strong, and overlapping is not on same axis but parallel axis. So it should be weak with increasing in n's value, the principal quantum number. Strongness of the bond decreases. Yes. How can we say? Yes, 1 and 1. Atom A and atom B. આ બેની ફર્સ્ટ ઓર્બિટ ઓવરલેપ હોય તો સ્ટ્રોંગ બોન્ડ હશે. ધેન 1 and 2. ફર્સ્ટ એટમની ફર્સ્ટ ઓર્બિટ સેકન્ડની સેકન્ડ, તેનાથી લેસ ઓવરલેપિંગ હોય. ધેન આફ્ટર 2 2, then after 2 3 and 3 3. N's value increases, it means size increases, so overlapping decreases. એટલે બંને એટમ્સની 1 1 ઓર્બિટ હોય એ કમ્બાઇનિંગ હોય તો બોન્ડ શુડ બી સ્ટ્રોંગ. એકની ફર્સ્ટ બીજાની સેકન્ડ તો આનાથી વીક બોન્ડ હોય. બેની સેકન્ડ ઓર્બિટ ઓવરલેપ હોય, એના કરતાં એકની સેકન્ડ એકની થર્ડ તો ઓવરલેપિંગ લેસ. બેની થર્ડ ઓર્બિટ ઓવરલેપ્સ હોય તો એનાથી વીક બોન્ડ હશે. So here 1s and 2p bond should be strong, then 2s 2p and 3s 3p. Here both are 3, here both are 2, here 1s of first orbit and 2p of second. So 1 and 2 करता 2 2, 2 and 2 करता 3 3. समझाई छे? Whenever increasing principal quantum number, overlapping decreases and bond should be weaker. Like this, you can see 1s 2p bond should be stronger, then 2s 2p, 2s 2p stronger, then 3s and 3p gradually decreases. Now in next, whenever n's value are same, principal quantum number, when a value of n are same, in this case 2s 2s, then 2s 2p overlapping should be stronger, then 2p 2p is more stronger. Why? Whenever principal quantum number same of two combining orbitals, overlapping orbitals, so we have to check its directional nature. S is non-directional, so both are non-directional, so bond should be weak, so overlapping between 2s 2s. Here one is a vector, another is non-vector, so this one is stronger than this. If both are vector directional, so bond should be more stronger than both of. Understood? Now actually whenever bond occurs on same axis, which is sigma, and whenever bond occurs overlapping occurs perpendicular to the axis, so it should be pi. Generally sigma bond is more stronger than pi bond. I am giving you proof of it. If carbon possesses one bond, sigma, if it has a double bond, so 1 sigma 1 pi, if it has a triple bond, so 1 sigma 2 pi, so energy change, yes, energy difference is 63.5 kilojoule per mole or 15 kilocalorie per mole. For the breaking of 1 mole sigma bond, needed heat is more than pi bond. 1 mole pi bond break करवा करता 1 mole sigma bond break करवा 63.5 kilojoule, otherwise 15 kilocalorie per mole heat is more needed. So we can say sigma bond is more stronger than pi bonds. Now we are going to comparison of both. We are going to compare of these two, sigma and pi bond. In which cases sigma bond occurs? Yes. In the case of SS overlapping gives sigma. In the case of PZ, sigma. In the case of SNPZ gives sigma. In the case of SNPX. In the case of SNPY gives a sigma. In which case it gives a pi. And also hybrid orbitals forms a sigma bond, where pi bond px py when overlaps set forms a pi bond. px py forms pi bond. Now store in your mind, never pi bond never forms a hybrid orbitals. Hybrid orbital only forms sigma bond. Hybrid orbital never forms a pi bond. Pi bond never forms hybrid orbitals. Store in your mind. Here in sigma bond, free rotation is possible on its axis. Yes, we discussed about a molecule of ethane. It gives two type of structure, eclipsed on this carbon pattern of hydrogen, and on another carbon pattern of hydrogen same. So this is eclipsed. Now what about staggered? Arrangement on the second carbon is changed, different than first one. So which is this one is eclipsed, this one is staggered. So you can see rotation on axis, it is possible, where whenever suppose we are taking ethene, so one of them is sigma, another is pi. Here rotation is prohibited. Rotation is not possible between carbon-carbon due to double bond, one of sigma, one of pi. So rotation is not possible here. Now, yes, hybrid orbitals yes, hybridization is possible of filled, half filled or empty orbitals. Hybridization is possible of filled, half filled or empty orbitals. Yes. So now you can see when we are going to take example BeCl2, beryllium chloride. Atomic number of beryllium is 4. So 1s2, 2s2. Outermost orbit having 2 paired electron. 2p is vacant in the ground state. Now in excited stage, one electron moves from 2s to 2px. Now 2py and 2pz is already vacant. So there are 2 unpaired electrons. So one of s and one of p combines. So 2 hybrid orbital occurs. Both are sp. So beryllium has now 2 sp hybrid orbitals. So when comes contact with chlorine, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3px2, 3py2 and 3pz1. Here 3pz of chlorine combines with beryllium. Another 3pz of chlorine combines with sp of beryllium. So shape is here overlapping between sp2 and pz. Another side also sp and pz. Here also sp and 3pz. Yes, overlapping between beryllium and chlorine. Yes, here overlapping of the orbitals occurs between them. You can see. Now number of hybrid orbitals are equal to number of overlapping orbitals. Exactly overlap થશે 1s and 1p. So 2 hybrid orbital occurs sp2, sp. 1s and 2p combines, then sp2, 3sp2 occurs. 1s and 3p combines, overlaps, then 4sp3 occurs. Hybrid orbital has 2 lobes. Yes. One of lobe is a big and second one is a small. Bigger one lobe is taking part in the overlapping, in the formation of the bond. Yes, in the formation of the bond, big lobe taking part in the reaction. Smaller one is not taking part in the reaction, in the formation of the bond. Now, due to Vs EPR, yes, we will discuss about it later. First of all, directional property, directional nature of hybrid orbitals has more than atomic orbitals. Directional nature of hybrid orbitals have more than atomic orbitals. Yes, now this nature with hybridization, yes, sp करता है sp2, then sp3, then sp3d2, then sp3d2, and sp3d3 is more directional. sp is more directional than atomic orbitals, but sp karta sp2 is more directional. Why? In sp both are at 180 degree. In sp2 all the three are at 120, only three direction. In the case of sp3 there are four. It lying down in four direction. This one 5, this one 6, and this one 7. So directional nature increases with number of overlapped orbitals are increases. Directional nature increases. Yes, now we are going to find hybridization. So there are two methods, one by one. For the finding hybridization of the central atom or ions, central atom of the molecules or ions. For the finding hybridization of the central atom of the molecule or ions. So first of all, method 1, and this is trick, easy trick to get hybridization of central atom in the molecule, otherwise in ions. So here first one, number of hybrid orbitals equal to number of sigma bond, not pi bond, plus bonding pair, number of lone pair of the central atom. LP means lone pair of the central atom. So here for NH4 plus, here nitrogen having 5 electrons in outermost orbit. One, two, and 3. And these two is the combining with H plus. This one is coordinate covalent bond. So 1, 2, and 3 and 4. Number of sigma bonds are 4. There is no any lone pair of the central atom, 0. So whenever value is x, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So sp having 3 sp2, having 4 sp3, having 5 sp3d, having 6 sp3d2, having 7 sp3d3. So here value of x, hybrid orbitals are 4. So sp3 hybridization of NH4 plus. Now what about SF4? Sulfur tetrafluoride. First of all, tell me, here our central atom is the sulfur, understood, and it has 6 electron in outermost orbit. Out of 6, 4 are bonded with the fluorine. So remaining are 2. Yes, sir. So here sigma bond is a 4 plus lone pair is 1, not number of electron, pair. 2 electron means 1 pair, 2 remaining, so 5. Value of x is 5, so hybridization will be sp3d. Yes, sir. Now what about sulfate SO4 minus 2. Otherwise SO4 2 minus. Here sulfur having 6 electron in outermost orbit. So 2, 2, 3 and 4. But here 1 sigma 1 pi, 1 sigma 1 pi. So total 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. All the 6 is used in the formation of bond. Here total sigma bonds are 4, not pi. Don't count pi bonds. Sigma are 4. And lone pair is 0. So value of X is 4. So sp3 hybridization occurs in the sulfate. Now nitrate. Our central atom is nitrogen. There will be 2 and 5. So one nitrogen participates 2 electron with oxygen, 2 donates here, and remaining 5th one is here. All the 5 is used. So sigma are 3, pi is 1. So we have to take only sigma 3, lone pair 0, value of X is 3. So sp2 hybridization occurs. Now second method. To get hybridization, number of hybrid orbitals equal to 1/2 Pe plus Sa plus or minus C. Yes, Pe means valence electron in the central atoms. એટલે મોલેક્યુલ્સના જે સેન્ટ્રલ એટમમાં નંબર ઓફ વેલેન્સ ઇલેક્ટ્રોન કેટલા છે એ લખવાનું. SA means singly bonded, single valency having atoms. એટલે વેલેન્સી 2 કે 3 નહીં, વેલેન્સી 1 having number of atoms. C is a charge. Whenever charge is negative, so we have to take plus. Whenever charge is positive, so we have to take -1, inverse of it. Yes, we are taking example for that. This one is a secondary. Take the screenshot for your memory. Now another point. Yes, we are taking example NH4 plus once again. In the NH4 plus, actually what happens? One nitrogen combines with 4 hydrogen, 3 છે by 1 1 નું sharing. અહીંયા 2 donate કરશે, the coordinate covalent. So first of all, our formula is equal to 1/2 valence electron plus Sa plus or minus C. Valence electron in nitrogen is 5. Singly bonded, the one valency having atoms. આ બધાની valency 1 1 છે, so 4. Here charge is +1, so we have to here take inverse. So 9 minus 1, 8. 8 divided by 2, so 4. So value of X is 4. So hybridization will be sp3. Yes, so NH4 plus having sp3 hybridization. Now SF4, yes, sulfur is central atom. Atomic number 16, 286. So here outermost valence electrons are 6 in sulfur. It is clear? Single valency having atoms are 4. આ બધાની valency 1 છે 4. Charge is 0. So here will be 0. 6 plus 4, 10. 10 by 2. So 5. So whenever value of X is 5, so hybridization will be sp3d. Now what about SO4 2 minus? Here same, sulfur having 6 electron in outermost orbit. But here our oxygen is not having single valency. Oxygen are double valency. અહીંયા ભલે સિંગલ બોન્ડ છે, પણ વેલેન્સી 2 2 2 છે, here 0. સિંગલ વેલેન્સી હોય એવું એક પણ એટમ નથી, which surrounded by the sulfur. No one is present there, so 0. Here charge is -2, so we have to take opposite. So 8 by 2, so 4. So here is the sp3 hybridization. Now what about NO3 minus, nitrate ion? Yes, we are going to nitrate ion. In central atom, number of electrons are 5 in nitrogen. All oxygen surrounded by it. It means no any single valency having atoms are there, so 0. Charge is -1, so opposite +1. 6 by 2, so 3. So value of X is 3, means sp2 hybridization. Understood? Now type of molecule. Yes, sir. Type of molecule is suppose AB2. Bonding pair 2, lone pair 0. So hybridization will be sp, and geometrical shape is a linear. Yes, an example BeCl2 and CO2. Yes, sir. AB2, lone pair 0, so always linear. Outermost electrons are 2 in beryllium. It combines with chlorine, so bonding pair is 2. There is no lone pair, so it is particularly linear, and bond angle is 180. In carbon dioxide also, carbon having 4 electron in outermost, 2 with left hand side, 2 of it is on right hand side, combines with oxygen. So there are 2 sigma, 2 pi. We are not counting in hybridization. So 2 sigma bonds, lone pair 0, so sp, linear, no any lone pair on central atom, so which is linear. Now AB3, here bonding pair is 3, lone pair 0, so hybridization is sp2. A is combining with 3b, and all the 3 bonding pairs lone pair 0. So here hybridization is sp2, 3 sigma bond, lone pair 0, sp2. Example of it BeCl3. Boron having 3 electrons, and all the 3 are bonded. Bonding pair 3. Then BF3, it has only 3 bonding pair, lone pair 0. So shape is a planar triangular. Yes, and bond angle is 120 between any two adjacent bond. Bond angle is 120 between them. Now, next, suppose AB4 type of molecule is AB4. So bonding pair is 4, lone pair 0. So hybridization will be sp3 and shape will be tetrahedral. Example CH4 CCl4, carbon having 4 electrons in outermost orbit, and all the 4 are combining with the hydrogen. Here carbon with another 4 chlorine, and hybridization is sp3. Bond angle is 109 degree and 28 minutes, and it is a tetrahedral by shape. Now what about AB5? Bonding pair 5, lone pair 0. So hybridization sp3d. A triangular bipyramidal shape occurs. Example of it is PCl5. Here one phosphorus having 5 electron in outermost orbit. Out of 5, 3 bonds are on same plane. 2 are perpendicular, and which is the longer than this one? 5. Here bond angle is 120 on same plane. These are on 90. So repulsion occurs more between these 3 and these 2. So 2 bonds are longer and 3 are shorter. So here bond angle is 120 and 90 also. But opposite these 2 at 180. What about AB6? Bonding pair 6, lone pair 0. So sp3 d2 hybridization occurs, and shape is octahedral. Example of it SF6. Sulfur having 6 electron. So it combines with 6 fluorine. Out of 6, 4 are on same plane on the corner of this square, and 4 are perpendicular to each other, one upward, one downward. So octahedral. And angles between any two adjacent bond is 90. 5 પાસના કોઈ પણ બે બોન્ડ વચ્ચેનો એંગલ 90 ડિગ્રી હોય છે, which is 90. Understood? Now AB7 type of molecule is suppose AB7 means bonding pair is 7, lone pair is 0. So hybridization will be sp3d3. Here listen, we are talking about which molecules which has no any lone pair. So these are true. Yes, pentagonal bipyramidal shape. Example IF7. Iodine having 7 electrons in outermost orbit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So out of 7, 5 on same plane, which makes pentagon, and 2 are perpendicular to it. So this pentagon makes one pyramid upward, one downward. So pentagonal bipyramidal shape. Once again, iodine with 5 fluorine on same plane. This is pentagon. One fluoride is upward, one is downward. This pentagon makes upward pyramid, one and another in downward. Understood? Yes. Now, very most important point of the period, last point of the period, we are going place of lone pair. Store in your mind. Place of lone pair in hybrid orbitals. Okay. sp, sp2 or sp3 होए. So anywhere. If sp hybridization is occur, one is lone pair. So this side, otherwise this side. sp hybridization છે અને વન બોન્ડિંગ પેર છે અને વન લોન પેર છે, તો રાઇટ હેન્ડ સાઇડ અધરવાઇઝ લેફ્ટ હેન્ડ સાઇડ, બોથ સાઇડ બેમાંથી એક પોસિબલ છે. ઇફ sp2 hybridization is occurs, two are bonding and one of lone pair. So અહીંયા કે અહીંયા હોઈ શકે, anywhere. If in sp2 two are lone pair, this one bonding pair. So અહીંયા કે અહીંયા હોઈ શકે, અહીંયા હોઈ શકે કે અહીંયા હોઈ શકે. Understood? If sp3 hybridization is occurred and one is lone pair, so there should be here આ ત્રણ bonding pair. So otherwise here should be possible. If two bonding pairs in sp3, two lone pair, અહીંયા પણ હોઈ શકે, અહીંયા પણ અહીંયા પણ હોઈ શકે. But in sp3d, એટલે તો આપણે એમોનિયા લઈએ, એમોનિયા NH3. Yes sir. હોઈ શકે. Hybridization is sp3 in ammonia. 3 bonding pair, 1 lone pair. અહીંયા પણ lone pair અહીંયા હોય કે અહીંયા હોઈ શકે. But in sp3d, last point, sp3d, lone pair always present in the plane, not on the axis, never. If sp3 hybridization occurs, so we know, which is like this. If one pair is a lone pair, so always in these are plane, અહીંયા હોય, otherwise અહીંયા હોય, otherwise અહીંયા હોય, અહીંયા કે અહીંયા હોય, અહીંયા ક્યારેય ના હોય. આ એક્સિસ છે. On axis never it be. I am giving you example. If two lone pairs are there, so both are here. If three lone pairs, all the three are on plane. sp3d hybridization હોય, lone pair હોય તો only on planes ઉપર જ હોય છે. મજા આવી ને? I am giving you example. SF4. Yes. સલ્ફર પાસે આઉટરમોસ્ટ ઇલેક્ટ્રોન 6 છે. 1 2 3 અને 4. So 1 should be lone pair. તો આ lone pair 1 છે તો એ એક્સિસ ઉપર જ પ્લેન ઉપર આવ્યું ને, એટલે આનો સીસો શેપ કહેવાય. આ lone pair અહીંયા હોઈ શકે, અહીંયા કંઈ નહીં હોય. અંડરસ્ટુડ? એટલે એ સીસો. XeF2 લઈએ. Xenon having 8 electrons. So 2 are combining with fluorine. Bonding. So remaining 6, 3 lone pair. So all the 3 lone pair remains on the plane. એટલે XCF2 linear થાય છે. અહીંયા sp3d, I am talking about sp3d. So lone pair 1 હોય, 3 હોય. Now 2. In the case of two lone pairs, give me example for it having two lone pairs. ClF3. Chlorine having 7 electrons. Out of 7, 3 is combining with the fluorine. So remaining are 4. So two lone pair comes not on axis in the plane. So which is a T-shaped. Understood? sp3d hybridization થાય અને એમાં એકાદી પેર લોન પેર હોય, કારણ કે sp3d એટલે ટોટલ ઓફ બોન્ડિંગ પેર અને લોન પેર એ 6 થવું જોઈએ. બોન્ડિંગ લોન પેર 1 હોય, 2 હોય કે 3 હોય, તો એ ઓલવેઝ કમ્સ ઇન ધ પ્લેન, નેવર કમ્સ ઇન ધ axis. I hope you enjoyed your lecture. Now we will meet in our next lecture with more best IMP concept. Watch my video, share my video, like my video. Thank you.